Everybody, today we're going to be taking a look at the 2009 Chevrolet Suburban and also the 2009 Ford Expedition EL. Both of them are pretty similar in size, price, and mileage. Let's see how both of these vehicles have held up over the past 10 plus years. So one thing we know, the Chevrolet Suburban has the 5.3 liter Vortec under the hood. To get a larger engine, you have to bump up to a Yukon XL Denali with the 6.2 liter. Some of them had the 6.0s, or a Cadillac Escalade. They would also have the larger of the engines. Expedition, so let's pop the hood and see what motor sits under here. Definitely a big vehicle for sure, the Expedition. Anyways, we're just kind of vlogging around a little bit today. I do like that it has the electronic side steps here. The Chevrolet Suburban in 09 does not have those. Not that I know of. There we go. Now I know already off the rip, everybody, I like the interior better on the Expedition. Just seems to be a little more jazzed up. This one's a limited package. EL basically is the extended version, the longer one. You know, Chevy has the Tahoe for the short and the Suburban for the long. And what am I doing? I'm got to get back over here. Anyways, we don't usually, the owner of this dealership doesn't usually purchase Ford Expeditions, so I was surprised when this one came in. But anyways, and it's got a Optima battery, so that's a deep cell battery. Those are really good. Anyways, this has got a 5.4 liter Triton V8, and the Chevy's got a 5.3 Vortec. So anyways, both are probably great engines, and I think I do remember the owner of the dealership here saying that the only reason he bought this is because he believes the 5.4 liter Triton is actually a good engine. But at the end of the day, both V8s. Oh, black, really hot. That's for sure. Looks good, but again, extremely hot, which is scorching my hands right now. And I'm trying to keep the camera rolling. See if we can close this back down. There we go. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's your Expedition. Let's take a quick look at the inside of the Suburban. Again, this is just a quick review. We're not talking about a 20-minute video here. But if you were on a used car lot, kind of like what we're at out here today, you know, I think it would be helpful for you to see, you know, how these older vehicles like this hold up, and at least on the condition side. We can't really get into all the mechanics of the vehicle on this video because I'm not a mechanic, but we can look at the actual condition and see how the leather and the interiors have held up on them. Now, one thing to pay attention to, everybody, on Chevy products, Tahoes and Suburbans, their dashes are hard plastic, at least back in the 07, 08, 09 era. And these dashes are common for cracking. This one actually isn't too bad, but it does have a crack here, as you can see right there, and a big one right there. And every summer, as the heat comes, at least down here in the South, this dash will continue to crack. Basically because it gets so hot inside this car, it's a hard plastic. It's gonna crack. And that's basically what happens, is these dashes crack. They do sell a coverlay dash cover that you can buy that's a hard plastic. It goes on top of that. And that's what we do in many cases here at our dealership. Depending on how bad the cracks are, we'll put a dash cover on it. You can also buy the carpeted ones, but they don't look as nice. The other one we're talking about, really, you can't even hardly tell there's a dash cover on it because it looks pretty much like the factory dash. Anyways, the inside of this particular one, this is the LT package Suburban. It's got your touchscreen display. These buttons are common for wearing out, as you can see right there on this side and that side. And again, you can go on Amazon or online, and they sell sticker kits where you can just put the stickers on it to fix that. So it's a simple fix, but again, common things like this wear out on Chevy Suburbans and Tahoes. These also wear out, and when you buy that sticker kit, it comes with everything to do this whole area right here. This particular Suburban, and let's get the AC on because it's already April 21st, and it is hot outside. This particular Suburban, let's see how the air conditioner is. Well, it's already blowing cold, so that's good. But let's see how many miles are on it, because that's important. Well, actually, this will tell you. So it's got 185,000 miles when the next oil change is due. So this Suburban probably has 180 or 182, somewhere right around there on the mileage. But we'll hit these buttons here, and it should tell us, yeah, 182,824 on the miles on the Suburban. Does have the upgraded Bose stereo system, sunroof, rear DVD. This is also an area that's common for getting worn out with people putting their arm here. This one's actually in good shape, but if you look carefully right here, you can see where a company has come around and actually have patched this up and fixed it. So that's nice. I'm glad they did that. Good job, guys. They did that. Plenty of cubby hole spot here. And the leather inside the Suburbans and Tahoes, it's not a premium leather like Napa or anything like that. So, I mean, sometimes I wonder if this is just like a vinyl, but supposedly maybe it is leather. Anyways, yeah, pretty clean for the most part. It's got heated seats. This one doesn't have four-wheel drive. If it did, it'd be right here. The AC's blowing cold, which is good. Other than that, I'd say the inside of this car is actually in pretty decent shape. Let's go ahead and roll our window down. Well, it doesn't want to do that. There we go. And got an automatic window there, just one click of the button. And we'll put our key right up here, so the next person that comes in the car looking for the key knows where it's at. In the back of a Suburban, you're going to have your captain row seats. It all looks pretty good back here. Not bad. Your third rows are right there. So anyways, I mean, this is actually a pretty clean Suburban to be an 09 with 180,000 miles on it. I've seen worse. Not too bad. Pretty decent shape, to be honest with you. Not bad at all, really. Pretty solid vehicle. The exterior body's in decent shape. You can get these with a LTZ package, which is a little more dressed up, bigger wheels and all that. But this LT has everything on it that you possibly would want on a Suburban. And the advantage of buying a Suburban, everybody, is all the room you're getting in the back right here. If you're buying yourself a Tahoe, if you're using the third row seat, you only have about that much space right up in there, okay? Right about there. With a Suburban, you're getting double that. So you got a lot more rear room in the back of a Suburban versus a Tahoe. Okay, so you do got the power tailgate button. Just click on that, which doesn't seem to want to work. And it does have a backup camera right here. You know, a lot of times Chevy versus Ford, it's really just preference. Some people are diehard Chevrolet drivers and fans. Some people love Ford. So it's really, really preference. Another thing to pay attention to on Suburbans is and Tahoes is transmissions. Some of them from like 07 to 08 and 09s did have some transmission issues. I really am not familiar with the F1 or the Expedition. So if you're a Ford Expedition person and you work at the Ford store or something like that, let me know. Does the 09 Expeditions, do they have any transmission issues with them? Let me know, because I have noticed that on the Suburbans. But you know, I mean, the Expedition's a good looking vehicle. Definitely big. Nice big roof racks up there. Let's see what we got. We don't have backup sensors. The Chevy had backup sensors. We do got a backup camera. Do we got a power tailgate? Of course we do. And for rear room, seems like we got plenty of space in the back of the Expedition. Ford has a electronic seat system. So it's just a matter of hitting these buttons to drop that seat up or down. But with those third rows down, look at all the room you have in here. I mean, this is massive. It's got to be bigger than the Suburban. Again, I mean, look how big that is. Wow, wait. There's a lot of space behind the second row. I'm really now kind of curious on the Suburban over there. I don't think it has that much space in the back. Let's take a look. Do we got a power tailgate? Yes. The button for the power tailgate on the Expedition is right here. I really don't like that so much, the button over here. I kind of like it up on the tailgate like the other vehicle had. But, you know, it is what it is. You get used to the button being right up in here. A lot of cars have it on the tailgate. Anyway, this is a limited EL package. Let's see what kind of space we got in the Suburban with the third rows. Well, okay, so the Expedition, the seats fold right up under the floor there, right? On the Suburban, you got seats that have to be actually physically taken out of the car and put in the garage. So actually, it's a little nicer setup with the Ford, because you don't have to worry about storing the seats somewhere. But if you take the seats out, you do got a ton of space. But let's say we go to Home Depot today and we're shopping and we don't really realize that we're getting ready to buy something so big. You know, at least with the Expedition, you can say, you know what, I can go ahead and fold them down now, get them right out of my way. With this, it's like almost you may have to go back home and drop the seats off and go back to the store to pick up your item. At least with the Expedition, you don't have to do that. All right, let's take a look at the inside of this one. All right, let's hop inside the Expedition. Got the old school keypad here. You can unlock the door and get in your vehicle if you somehow forgot the keys were in there. But anyways, let's see. We got power windows, power door locks, power mirror, just like any other typical car in the world here. The seating, the seats look a little nicer in the Expedition, just the way the layout is of the seat. Perforated with the holes, all that, you know. But again, I'm kind of more partial to the Ford. I used to work at the Ravenel Ford store and Marchant Chevrolet, and we used to film them all the time here on the channel. And so, you know, something about the Fords, I don't know, they just a little more jazzier, a little more fancy, I think, than the Chevy. Nothing wrong with a Chevrolet. I know everybody loves them, but this has got cooled seats. I like that, you know. The Chevy didn't have cooled seats. You got heated seats, of course, as well. But let me tell you, them cooled seats are definitely an advantage here in the South, as hot as it's getting, even already today. Got a sunroof. Now, again, it's a limited package, so if we really wanted to kind of compare apples to apples here, we would need an LTZ package Suburban, right? But LT still comes with a lot of nice stuff on it. But limited on your Expedition here is going to come with the sunroof and all that. Even that one had DVD player. This one does too right here, okay? I like the center console a little bit better. I like that it's got cup holders right up top here, more here. Microsoft Sync, USB auxiliary, you got your ports right down there. You know, screen looks good. Not too bad. Chevrolet's got one that has a screen as well. That's touch screen. That's actually a little bit bigger screen than the Chevy, but this gets the job done. Does it have a backup camera? Of course it does. Okay, so there's your camera with the guidelines, and the Chevy Suburban's got a backup camera that pops up on the screen as well. But again, the screen's a little bigger than that one, but no big deal. This one's actually mileage isn't really too bad. Only 124,000 miles on an 09. Good mileage, definitely a plus. I mean, this one's probably going to cost a little bit more money, but I think we only got it listed at $13,900. So technically, if you go to a buy here, pay here car lot, if the car's $13,900, at least at our store here, it's a $35,000 to $4,000 down payment. $4,000 down gets you already in the vehicle, paying around $450 a month for 3 years. Wood trim looks good. I like it on the steering wheel. Got all your buttons and your controls and all that kind of stuff. You got a spot to throw things up there. Anyways, I like the interior better in the Expedition. That's just me. I like it. It looks good. It's clean. It just to me, it's the fit and finish is a bit nicer in the Ford compared to the Chevy. Condition wise though, one thing we didn't pay attention to, let's look, these aren't all worn out. You don't have that problem with your Ford, right? I mean, I'm sure these little buttons and things can wear out over time, but here's a vehicle that's over 10 years old, just like that one, both same year. This one's not wearing out so much. Maybe it depends on the owner, you know, and how well they took care of it. This does have lower mileage on it, so someone didn't drive this as much as they drove that over there. take a look in the back. Here's the back. This is just an old school review. You know, I know a lot of people are like, man, this guy's video, it's not all set up nicely like Doug DeMiro and all those guys, you know? Well, we're just out here raw dogging it on the car lot, man, just filming away. Anyways, we don't have Captain Rose seats in the Expedition. You can get it with Captain Rose. This is just one nice big seat going across the middle. So that tells me you can fit more people in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That over there, probably 6. Anyways, it is what it is. Stay tuned on the channel. Let us know which one you like best, Expedition or Suburban. Share in the comments section. Are you a Chevy fan or are you a Ford fan? Which do you like? Both of them similar in price, but one's got more mileage. So the Suburban is probably going to cost a little bit less money than this one here. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. We're out here trying to do a little video footage of some different stuff. And I'm glad to see we got a Ford Expedition on the lot. Stay tuned for the full in-depth review of the Expedition for sale here shortly. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know, which one would you buy or would you not buy? Would you go right to the new car store and get a new one? If so, you're going to spend a bunch of money. So anyways, guys, remember, new cars do depreciate, and they depreciate a lot. Sometimes it might help you just to go out there and find a really nice, clean pre-owned one, and someone already took the depreciation hit. One way or another, people still will buy new cars and people will buy used cars. Have a great day, guys. We're Charleston Car Videos. I'm Chad, and I'm signing out right here on April 21st, 2020. We'll see you then.